Well, welcome back to Sunshine Coast Stadium for the Mixed Open Grand Final as part of the 2015 Tag World Cup, and players just got underway and we've had what appears to be a head clash. Drury Forbes and the great Mark Gasnier in commentary here, and number 27 from the Barbarians is in a little bit of trouble, and it was an accident, but Matthew Hardigan coming through off the kickoff, and she'll be assisted from the ground. Mark Gasnier, what a start to this grand final.
Yeah, look, it was just a horrible accident, wasn't it? Both people only had eyes for the football. It bounced up really high, so everyone lost sight because they were looking above their eye line. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Barbarians players just coming off a little bit worse than where, but should be fine, I think. I don't know if she'll go back on the field because it was hard to tell whether it was a head clash or whether it was just a collision. So I'm sure the St. John's ambulance officers will take the necessary precautionary steps and see how she is, basically.
We're back underway. If you're just joining us, there's only probably about 30 seconds off the clock. It happened off the kickoff. So we're back underway. And it's the Barbarians with it now. So we should explain that the Australian side is the first side picked, and of course the Australian Barbarians, as you were saying earlier, Mark, is like the little brother, the B team, or the Australia A team, I should say. But often the case is the Barbarians, they have a lot more to prove and they live for these types of games.
Well, we saw it in the men's 40s, didn't we, with the Barbarians coming up the victors. We've seen the Barbarians already in the mixed opens just fight back at the death and beat the Greeks, and coming in with great form. So yeah, motivation I think is a big thing in sport, and they'll definitely have that hanging over their head that these people opposite them on the field got picked before them.
And that result earlier against the Greeks in the dying stages, so it certainly did put a dampener on tonight's events in Earlwood, no doubt. As we see Australia on the attack, and a great tag there by the Barbarians, try saver. So it's Australia in green, and little knock on there by Emma Johnson. No, rather, sorry. The number 3 from the Australian side.
Corbin McGregor.
So, in any case, it's the Barbarians with it. So the Barbarians on the attack now. 0-0 the score. This is the World Cup 2015 Mixed Grand Final. Coming to you live on the Sunshine Coast here in Queensland, Australia. And it's the Barbarians. And of course, as you mentioned, Mark, yes, they did have a come-from-behind win over Greece in that semi-final, and it looks like it's going to be an Australian ball now on halfway.
Yep, and it was Whitley at the death that put through the kick, and they got the ball back and they scored over in the corner. It was an absolutely outstanding ball, never say die effort.
Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this mixed open final, we will have the presentations taking place on field number 1.
They do what they do well.
Straight away.
They don't do anything too adventurous, yet what they do is effective and it works well for them.
So we see a lovely little run-around play there. And that was involving Nick Pappas. And there's 2 Pappases up against each other today. There's about 3 Peters in the game on both sides collectively. And I dare say a lot of these players on both the sides are close friends off the field.
Yeah, they all know each other. They obviously all compete each other at, whether it be just at the local level, definitely on a rep level. They all know each other from that. So they know each other's games, and as I said, they know that others have been picked before them. So Barbarians in particular have a big point to prove, and the Australian players have a point to prove to justify why they got selected for.
Absolutely. Lovely short ball, and going ever so close to that bonus area there. Great run.
If you got the ball down, it actually would have been a 3-point try. If the female gets the ball down in the bonus block, it's a 3-point try. So it would have been a huge start for the Australian team.
Certainly would have. Go across now and finds Wynyard. And now Australia with it, still attacking. It's with Matthew Hardican coming across there, and that'll be the changeover. So the Barbarians relieved to have possession. And there's an early kick from the Barbarians, and it did stay in play, but referee ruling just a tad bit high.
Yep, too big. Right idea. They really needed to get that right to get out of trouble. Unfortunately, just didn't execute it. And they've been stuck on their line a bit here now, the Barbarians. They put themselves under a bit of pressure in the game against Greece. They come unstuck a couple of times, so got to be careful. They've got to learn from that.
So Australia back on the attack. Chris Brown. Way now through the hands. Rowe finds Catherine New. And they play it. It's back with David Whiteley. Basketball pass over the top, finds Brown. Good defense. Australia attacking, Barbarians defending. Holding the ball in one hand there was Antonio. And some good defending from the Barbarians. This will be the last tackle from dummy half. Sends the ball out wide. It was a lovely ball. And a try to Australia.
As you said, it was a great ball. Summed up the situation well, saw that there was space out wide. Been quite quiet before that. But little Ben Antonio with the try scorer. But it was the pass that I think got him into the space. It was a great pass. David Whitley, as I said, he'd been really good all tournament. It was funny before that, there was nothing to it. They've been quite, subdued in the sets. But look at that. Just goes to the line. Probably almost could have went through himself, but unselfishly gave it to Ben Antonio, who dived over the line. Great kickoff from the Barbarians to see him get the ball back.
50-10 kickoff. Barbarians will get the footy back, as you just said, Mark, and so a wonderful start from Australia, but it's the Barbarians with the opportunity to strike right back.
You've got to remember they started pretty slowly against the Greeks.
Oh, he's through. That's a try.
Take that away. They forget started slowly. They're straight in. Beautiful work. David O'Neill. There was nothing doing there.
There wasn't. And
quick tap, little bit of a straighten off the left foot. Bang, straight through. Just caught the Australian defence snapping.
Backed himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Which is it's a thing that you've got to do. Although you might run past the ball if you've been tagged a lot of metres, you've got to be committed to try and make that break. Otherwise, you might not necessarily go through.
So David O'Neill levels for the Barbarians. We're at one apiece here.
His hands.
Australia versus Australia.
Well picked up there.
Of course, the Barbarians, the Australian team, wearing the white. And it's going to be played here by the Barbarians. So pass there from Lauren Bragg. This will be the last.
Alex Pappas, he was very dominant in that game against Greece. Read this, the Australian team. There's a Nick Pappas. I just wonder if they're related or brothers. One's got selected and the other one hasn't.
Well, they've ruled played out here, Mark. So the Barbarians will get this back. And yeah, you do wonder if they're related.
Pappas, good vision down the short side. He's very dominant. And that is Alex for the Barbarians. As I said, he was great against Greece. Controls a lot of the way they play. Here he is with the ball now.
So Pappas plays it. And they've got some run here, the Barbarians. And this will be a one-on-one. And oh, that could be a try in the corner. And it will be a two-pointer if it is a try. So this is a big decision. And they've given it.
Wow. Well, there's good work from the inside too, because he basically gave her the ball nice and early and just allowed her to back her ability. And she just hit it at pace. It was a great catch. It was out in front. She just backed herself and ran straight round the defender and planted the ball down.
Lauren Bragg it was. You're absolutely right.
Here it is here. Great ball. Look at this Gary Cotter. Just put it on her chest. Yep, too fast.
10 minutes to go.
Well, as you mentioned, the early ball, there was lots of space and only one player there, so you might as well just pass it out early and let her use that space to advantage.
Exactly. And it, it may sound so easy, but as a ball player, it's an art that they may take a while to perfect because they always want to go to the line or create something themselves where they throw the final pass, whereas you've got a person outside you that's pretty good in space, just give it to them early.
Absolutely. They did well to identify that situation, and the Barbarians, meanwhile, it's a positive set for them after the try. So they go to a 3-1 lead. That is a 2-point try, being a female try. So
I don't think that rules are made in a way that we value the contribution of women that they get extra points. It's just purely an incentive to create different variations per game, so we don't get so many drop-off games. Because when you do go to a drop-off situation, and that is where players leave the field if it's a draw, it takes so much out of the players. And if you do go into a final position, you've got to remember, if you do that throughout the tournament, you get to your final, well, you've hardly got any energy left.
100%. And also adds an extra dimension with a line break as well, with those female players of the team running through a support place.
Yeah, we said it in the game earlier where one of the females should have just pushed up in support. She would have potentially gone around the bonus spot for a 3-point try, but she just dropped off and allowed a teammate to easily stroll over.
Meanwhile, wonderful return there from Toby Marshall. A little bit of footwork, and he set up the Barbarians nicely. It's his second tackle.
A lot of missed tagging here from the Australian team. As we've just seen error from the Barbarians. They were on the front foot there.
They were. It was the try scorer, David O'Neill. Knock on the ruling. Australia back in possession of the footy. And tremendous to have your company wherever you are right around the world here for this final game of the 2015 Tag World Cup, and we've seen a 50-10 mark, Yasnia.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, we have. Yeah, there was. I thought he wasn't going to do it. Yep, great kick there, 50-10. The Australian team will get the ball back. Let's see if they can be a bit more creative here on the try line. We saw the beautiful ball earlier from the Australians, but other than that, there wasn't much doing. So,
yes, well, David Whiteley not on the field at the moment, and it's broken down after the first tackle.
Mitch Brew is a bit of a live wire, the 18 for Australia. Quite creative in what it does. He's not going to get the opportunity because they've turned it over, but look out for him. Good on his feet. Great pass.
Playmaker or ball runner?
No, playmaker. Or a bit of both, but preferably a playmaker.
Of course, Pappas with it now. Of course, special comments from the one and only Mark Gasnier. It's a pleasure to have your company. And he's doing a remarkable effort. I think it might be your 10th game straight, Mark.
Exactly the hardest job in the world, is it? And they've got to come up with something here just for their confidence more than anything.
So, nice little run there, and there's number 16 in Christy Pan for the Australians. And here they go again. Lovely little run there. Tag was off. Matthew Hardigan. Good tag, though.
Yeah, play stubborn, just trying to get on the outside. Pretty clean move.
And the short ball is the tag. I think the tags are still on here, Gaz.
Wow.
With the bonus. That's a 3-point try.
And that's that man I was talking about, Mitch Brew. Just went to the line. Yes, it wasn't spectacular, but just went to the line. But a beautiful little short pass on. And I think the try scorer, Christy Pan. She just hit a beautiful hole. It was back rower like. But Brew, just nice little short pass, held it up, timed it right. And look at that. What about that for a turn play? Here it is here. See Brew just skip on the outside, get to the outside defender in Pappas, bang, plant the ball down. 3-point try.
So the score now, just like that, they were trailing 3-1. Australia leading the Barbarians 4-3, thanks to the Christy Pan try. And as you said, wonderful work from Mitch Brew.
And then on top of that, they stuffed up the kickoff, so Australia are going to get the ball back on the 50-metre line.
Well, what a momentum changer that is. Still plenty of time. Approaching the final 5 minutes of the first half. It's Australia 4, the Barbarians 3. And it's Australia now. Whiteley with a nice ball. Finding Catherine New. New plays it. And a little kick from Whiteley. I think referee's saying play it on. I think he might have lost the ball in the end.
Well, they're going to get a penalty, the Australian team. Corbin McGregor, she's going for a break. Nice little play from her in the lead up down the short side. Quite creative.
So it's all Australia at the moment. Barbarians in no hurry as they set their defensive line. Australia with it now as they pick up the loose pass. Numbers to the left. Whiteley, lovely ball over the top. They could be in again. Whiteley linking up there with Chris Brown. And it's another try to Australia, and they'll get the 2 points.
Well, he's been good down that left-hand side, Whiteley, hasn't he? He's been really threatening, whether it be a show and go himself. On 2 occasions, he's put in beautiful passes. One really long ball for a try. On this occasion, another long ball for a try, but he's really taken on that left-hand side and come up with the goods.
We certainly have.
Here's the replay here.
It's Emily Andrews who scored the try, thanks to the Wolf Tavern.
Yep, and just really nice straightening there from Whiteley. Made the defenders come in and make the decision. You saw the centre come out of the line, which presented the space and allowed him to throw it over the top of his head. We're going to see a dropout here. Here's the Barbarians' chance. Yeah,
they've kicked it dead, the Barbarians, so that was a better kickoff from them. Letting 5 points off the back of 2 tries.
Yeah.
And the Barbarians now trailing 6-3. As they see now Luana Peters taking it up. And the Barbarians on the attack. Just through the hands, nice little short pass back to Luana Peters. It's a nice quick play. So here they go, the Barbarians. They're about 5 metres out, and they're in for a try. Wonderful piece of play there. And just pick up a number for you. I think it might be Toby Marshall.
Yeah, it was Toby Marshall. And that's what I've been harping on about the whole game. Now, when players drop back and players underneath, that's where the space is. You can see how hard, because it's such a one-on-one game, you see how hard the markers and stuff have to chase. Just then on that occasion, you saw the player sweep down the short side. Here it is. You see how hard the marker had to chase. Bang. Number 3 it was McGregor. Just had to get taken out of play, and you can't change direction. You just drop someone under, and that's where the space is. You don't always want to try to go around the team. I know it probably looks prettier, and in theory it's better. But at the end of the day, you don't paint a picture on the scorecard. So as long as you get over that line and plant the ball down, who cares?
So 6-4 the score. The Barbarians have responded. And well, how many times do we say it? Completing your set after you score a try. Otherwise, you might undo your hard work.
Yeah, look, it's probably not as bad in OzTag. On this occasion, though, they're going to be punished straight away. I know, he's awarded the tag, luckily for the Barbarians.
So very close to a 2-pointer there, the Australian team. Just under 2.5 remaining here in the first half. 2015 Tag World Cup Mixed Open Final. There's away now, Jesse Rowe. Back inside, and it's going to be a 2-on-2 out here. Tag was off. And Australia causing plenty of problems for the Barbarians defence. This will be the last. It's across now to Brown. Brown sends it wide. It's still alive. And just got tagged there. Brown receiving the pass from Christy Pan.
Yeah, Christy Pan, they had the numbers there. She could have just straightened. She would have had 3-on-2. The defenders for the Barbarians got across in time.
So the Barbarians. David O'Neill, he's already scored a try. Loose pass, swooped on, play on the call. Luana Peters. Peters is tagged. Barbarians with it now, and they're through. There's a line break. So away they go. It's Bashford who made the break, and a nice quick play. So here they go, the Barbarians. He's losing his footing. Referee says play on. Marshall. Toby Marshall. This will be last. Peters through the hands. And it's still play on, is it? No, we've got a...
Penalty to Australia.
Penalty to Australia. You said it. I think there was a bit of contact from the ball carrier.
Still, they look likely the Barbarians. They've actually attacked a lot better in this game than they did against the Greeks. Australia have probably allowed them a bit more space, but they attacked really well. I just missed the tag.
So we've got a break here and a wonderful run by Nick Pappas. So Australia now. Out wide, could be trouble here for the Barbarians. And they're in again, Australia. This time it's Ben Antonio. And the lead now to 7-4, right on the halftime siren.
Right on the bell. It was a nice little play though. They made a half break down the left-hand side and then shifted it back to the right. It was a beautiful pass. Got Antonio on the outside. He was just too quick in the end. It's funny, that's what I mean. They've been quite subtle in what they do. You see it on the replay. And they go towards the sideline. Beautiful little pass. Too quick. Just gets it on the outside. They don't do anything spectacular or special, yet they're effective. They've gone throughout the tournament this way. And it's worked for them.
On the biggest stage here on the Sunshine Coast, 7 for the halftime score. Australia leading the Barbarians in the Mixed Opens Tag 2015 World Cup Final. We'll be back with the second half. Back as the second half is underway here of the Mixed Open 2015 Tag World Cup Final. Second half just underway at 7-4 to the Australian team, leading the Barbarians. Drury Forbes and Mark Gasnier in commentary. As we see the Australians on the tackle, this will be the last tackle. Comes through the hands now of Hardigan. Again finds his teammate there, Clint Moss, and in the end it's just trickled over. Only a half of football remaining in the 2015 Tag World Cup, Gaz.
Yeah.
And what did you make of both sides in the first half?
Look, I thought they both had their opportunities. Australia definitely had more. In the end, Australia just got a 3-point try and a 2-point try. That's where the majority of their points come from. The two females scoring a try and one in the bonus box. The Barbarians, I thought at the start of the match, looked the better team. Pappas created a lot of opportunities. But then Australia, as I said, they just get into the game where they're not absolutely spectacular, but they're effective. And they do their job really well. So I think you take away them bonus point tries, I think they've been pretty evenly matched.
Absolutely. And yeah, those bonus point tries, so they're hurting the Barbarians on the scoreboard at the moment. Plenty of encouraging signs for the Barbarians. So we see a nice run there on that occasion by Bragg. So Barbarians looking to strike first. Inside pass from Pappas.
Flick over the shoulder.
Innovative to say the least. Here he is again, Pappas, taking it to the line. Passing, this will be the last now. Barbarians, they look to go right. No, they'll go left. Pappas, he might go himself. Pappas, ooh.
Oh, he went the wrong way then. Yeah, he called it right. They had numbers on the right. They had 4 on 2 actually, but he scooted out to the left and dummy half. Almost got the ball back. It would have been nice inside the box as well. Just couldn't get there in time.
So perhaps he was thinking about the 2 points. Can't blame him. They'd love a bonus try, and the Australians are through here, and he could go all the way. It's Chris Brown, and it's bonus time.
Well, Chris Brown just banged little right foot, left the defender clutching at thin air, and then I'll tell you what, I didn't think he had that much cover. All of a sudden he's cut it on and gone all the way, straight in the bonus box. As I said, they got a 3-point try, 2-point try, now another 2-point try. Now there's 7 of their 8 points out of 3 tries.
He can certainly move, Chris Brown. Look at those moves.
Foot. Straight through. Wow, well done, Chris Brown. Take a bow. Let's just put him on the front foot again, this Australian team.
Loves a big stage. And all of a sudden, and they're still attacking here, Australia. It's 9-4, leading the Barbarians. That one's got to hurt. Yes. Still plenty of time though, Gaz.
Especially straight after half-time. That one really does hurt. They're actually starting to combine really well, the Australian team.
Hardigan, Pan.
Funny how teams play when they feel like a bit of pressure's being taken off, isn't it? Like when they come out at the start of the World Cup final, you know, a lot of drop balls, a few nerves, people are quite anxious. When they settle into their rhythm, they get 1 or 2, or, you know, maybe even 3 up. All of a sudden, they start playing football like this, throw it around, support each other. It's no surprise with a lot of the tries, I think, coming from big catches.
Yeah, indeed. I think it just certainly relieves that pressure. And we've just seen the Australians take it out. Touch out his flag at the end. David Whiteley hit the deck. Referee called play on. In the end, out of bounds was the call. The Barbarians with it. 9-4 the score. 2015 Tag World Cup Mixed Open Final. Coming to you live from Sunshine Coast Stadium at the Sunshine Coast here in Queensland. Naturally refreshing Sunshine Coast. It is with O'Neill for the Barbarians. And lovely little bit of footwork there. And Clay Studden, the captain, they've got to get a contact penalty here, and they will, the Barbarians, but Clay Studden, the captain.
Yeah, and he's got to get more involved. I know he's been off the field on occasions where they've had the majority of the ball, but he's got to get a lot more involved because he's so creative. He's got the ability to beat the person one-on-one, but he's also got the nous, whether to play straight and pass or keep going overs and drop people under. So, yeah, as I said, he really needs to increase his involvement.
Interesting to see Studden get involved. They certainly need it. So now the ball with Vincent Manze.
He can be quite creative himself, Manze. Just got to stop waiting for someone else to do it. This Barbarians team. Someone needs to take the game by the scruff of the neck, and they are going to get back into this game. Do it pretty shortly.
50-10 attempt here. It looks okay as well. Just
great inside. Looking good at the start, wasn't it?
It certainly was. So perhaps a piece of individual brilliance just to get their confidence going. We saw Pappas have a crack at that earlier at the line, but or perhaps an early kick. What are you thinking, Gas?
Yeah, look, I've got no problem with the early kick. They probably haven't handled it super well, the Australian team, defending the kick. But it's got to be more than one off the ruck, otherwise the market can cover it too easy. They're running that way back anyway. But that now, player, I'd like to see him get, as I said, more involved.
He's playing quite
in the middle
wide,
of the field
isn't he?
too, yeah, exactly.
And now he's gone off.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He's going to inject himself as the Barbarians. Nice little play. He had to retreat there. It was Gary Cotter. Much room to work with. Lewis, they go through the hands. This is better. Pappas. Plenty of fresh legs on the field, the Barbarians. A nice little pass from Lewis.
I'd actually like to see the ball play like
Lewis, Pappas, holds it up nicely. They're in. Try time, Barbarians.
Great ball. Pappas, look at that, just goes to the line, double pumps, and then they make the right selection. And they're picking the right people to go at. They're really isolating people on the edges. Unfortunately,
11 minutes to play. The Barbarians strike back with a try. The score now, Australia leading the Barbarians.
But it was smart play by Pappas. Nevertheless, he went to the line, held the pass up, as I said. A really good timing.
Yes, let's have a look at the Wharf Tavern replay.
Well, there was the great line that was run earlier. Then you see when they go to the left-hand side, Pappas goes to the line. Just holds up. You see the little late footwork there. Change of direction. That's what really pulled the defender in the end.
So, only 2 tries in it, technically speaking. Can also take 4 tries to level up as well. The Barbarians have got a bit of a spring in their step at the moment, though. They needed that. Here they go again through Cotter.
Good tag. Gabrielli Bassi.
There's a kick from O'Neill. Straight to the breadbasket of Nick Pappas. You mentioned a good tag from Glassick earlier. He's got the ball now. So she did try to slow down Glassick, but the damage was done and they ruled contact against a tough call.
It is a tough call. You can conceded just like
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, it could have gone either way, that call.
yeah. Richie wins something. Good footwork.
Oh, great tag from Pan. That is a try saver. They've still got the Australians on the rack here, the Barbarians. Lovely ball to Cotter.
Oh, good defense.
Classic again.
Yeah, well read. Come in off the wing and shut it down.
Nice work by the Barbarians. They've got bodies in motion and they've got quick play the balls happening. Ben Holt to play it. They go to the left. They don't have a lot to work with. O'Neill. And O'Neill.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yep.
That's a bad end to what was a good set. They looked really good that set. They asked some questions on the left, come back to the right. Really stretched this Australian team. They had to come up with some really good defensive reads to hold them out.
Well, surely they've got to get...
Turn the ball over straight away.
I was going to say, surely they've got to get Clay Stutton on the field, and it looks like they were listening.
You can see Pappas trying to organise a set play out here.
Well, the captain plays it.
Well, he's got Gary Cotter out there running through. He's no slouch.
He loves that right side, Gary Cotter, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Although Classic's been all over him. And he's a penalty of the Barbarians. It was Lauren Bragg who drew the penalty. Quick tap. Bragg works it back. Here they go, the Barbarians. Lovely little piece of work.
I think it is ball back anyway.
Troy McGlone.
Had him gone back there on the left-hand side.
Well, this is their opportunity. The Barbarians inside. Welcome back, Cotter. The Barbarians. They are back in town. And it's down to a 3-point ball game.
And once again, it was Pappas going to the line. Just went to the line, held the pass up. Cotter absolutely shot through the hole like a bullet. Planted the ball down. It's just so hard to tag them when they're running that fast, that pace, diving towards the line. It's a really hard position to tag them. Look at this replay. Pappas tends to go out, comes in straight. Cotter just runs a beautiful line. You saw the outside defender of the Australian team trying to fly in. Up to the man.
So the Barbarians with the last 2 tries. 9-6 to score. And the Barbarians now a new lease of life. Here's Vincent Manze. Barbarians. McGlone got tagged. Well, there's hands on hips from the Australians at the moment.
Yeah, the Barbarians could just drag a bonus point try. Really make things look nice.
So Australia with it now. Moss. And here it is with David Whiteley. Yeah, Manze just holding back in that defensive line. Well, Australia now with a little bit of possession of their own. Whiteley, they can throw a good pass. This is the last tackle. They'll work the short side, Australia. Chris Brown, little chip ahead's a good one too. It was touched by the Barbarians, but it went back, so play on. And there's the captain, Clay Stutton, to the rescue. So the Barbarians, they are well and truly back in this game. I mean, a female bonus try will force extra time, Mark Gasnier.
Yep. Even just get one in that bonus, it's a big difference. I can see the Barbarians scoring more than one try. So the next one is a bonus. So I think the Australians, as I said before, they can a little bit tight. Made the sub. They still don't have the spring on the step.
Ooh, almost about half a metre from being a perfect kick as well. So substitutions coming on for both teams, and Australia certainly in no hurry to tap this. Just over 5.5 to go here. Australia 9 in the green. The Barbarians 6 in the white strip, and all the momentum with the Barbarians, although this is a better set of 6 from Australia. lovely pass there. It's still play on. Wonderful tag. Hard to get to play it. Was a good tag, wasn't it? O'Neill. Little 1-2 now working. And good dummy.
Feet there, wasn't it?
It is. Good little play too. Christy Pan. He's 16.
Oh. That's interesting. We have one tag.
Well, have a look at the Barbarians coach on the sideline. He wants to know what's going on. We'll have a look at the replay in a moment, thanks to the Wharf Tavern. They've awarded the try, and Australia go to a 10-6 lead. Here we go, Mark. Talk us through it.
Well, it's a beautiful dummy, great kid. I see. So they've ruled the tag off, and you need to have the ball.
Well, looks
Probably,
like
I think it's a little bit harsh, but I've seen them back up.
Oh, Pappas just letting some frustration go.
That's just a play. Well,
He certainly did. Mitch Brew, indeed. So played now by Jesse Rowe. Australia leading 10-6 over the Barbarians. 3.5 to play. Wynyard. There's a man who's got plenty of speed as well,
Yeah.
Caden Wynyard.
Another man who's a lot more involved.
So Wynyard with it now. He looks pretty fresh. Just working nicely here. They want the quick play, they get it. Here they go. Brown. Chris Brown, he's still got the moves. Passes away now through the hands of Caden Wynyard. Well, they're calling tag, are they? Thought Brown got that away. And Chris Brown just losing his footing there. So, little change over.
Funny, the conditions couldn't be any more perfect, but geez, we've seen a lot of people slip over. Tag. Big set here for the Barbarians. Really need to chance their arm here and try and get some points on this. Time's getting away from them.
It certainly is. Too long to go now. So, in fact, there's just under 2.5 to go. So, 10 attempt. It looks like it's going to be close. Worth a shot. And it starts with this defensive set for the Barbarians, Gaz, and their next possession, you'd think they need some points.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a shame for the Barbarians. They don't think that try. You can see the frustration on the sideline. You can see the frustration of Pappas. They come up with a shot. Work their back a little bit. You can tell when frustration creeps in. They're great players. They haven't been good.
Barbarians have certainly had their moments in this match.
Yeah, I think they've been a lot more creative than they were against the Brits.
I wouldn't want to be saying that around the Allwood area, Gaz.
No, they know what I mean.
Of course.
They fought hard to beat.
They certainly did. No, we definitely know what you mean. And,
I don't think this Australian team has played to their full potential. They've been a lot better throughout the tournament. But, as I said, they go about their business and they just get the job done.
well, the Barbarians have just turned the ball over, and so that was their chance. Approximately a minute to go now. We've got a penalty to the Australians. is Christy Pan. Just about the best female players on the field in this one.
Some great tags.
You see a little kick there, just couldn't keep his footing. So the Barbarians with it, and there's the siren, and the 2015 Tag World Cup Mixed Open champions are the Australians. Congratulations to Australia. They've defeated the Barbarians 10-6.
Yeah, look, a really good match.
Congratulations, Australia.
You know, at times, with the goal, I think at the end of it, they both need to do what they did. As I said, the Barbarians, they weren't outclassed, not by any means. They created a hell of a lot of passes, scored some good tries.
Mike's now plugged into one.
And the winners of every
Check one,
section and division we will present in 5 minutes' time. We will start the presentations for the 2015 World Cup.
Particularly, I think they leaked far more points than they said about the competition in this game, which is incredible. Barbarians attack.
Can you hear that, Mike? Okay.
There's tremendous effort from the Barbarians.
Check 1, 2. Check
You
1, 2.
alluded to a few times, Gaz, the bonus points just a little bit too much for the Barbarians in the end, and you never know
Check
what could have
1, 2.
happened if it was a bit closer. Credit to the Barbarians, they've had a wonderful tournament, as you said, a great win over Greece to come from behind, and today, well, they certainly haven't lost any support of how they've conducted themselves, and congratulations to Australia, they took their opportunities.
Yeah, they were great. A lot of the Australians.
And you'll give me the finger.
No, you've said it beautifully, Mark Gasnier, and you know, what a tournament for tag around the world, and you know, the numbers, they don't lie. You alluded to it, 21 countries, 168 different teams, and 650 games. So yeah, remarkable effort. Full credit to Bill Harrigan, tournament director, the entire team that's working with Bill in organising this Tag World Cup 2015, and congratulations to all participants, every single team. I mean, there's other countries you haven't mentioned, Cambodia, you've got Niue as well, Malta, the list goes on. So congratulations to everyone that's been a part of the 2015 Tag World Cup here in beautiful Sunshine Coast. Mark Gasnier, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Jump on the website oztag.com.au. Thank you to Mark Gasnier. Thank you to the entire team. My name's Drury Forbes. We hope you've enjoyed the Tag World Cup for 2015.
Well, Chris Brown, congratulations, Australia, the champions, World Cup champions of the mixed open competition.
Yeah, mate, yeah, it was a good weekend. Apparently it's the first time Australia's won the mixed opens. We come here with a goal to win every game and win the tournament, and we'll go away with that.
Obviously, you're feeling pretty happy right now, but talk us through the weekend.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. Started off with a tough challenge against New Zealand, then pushed ourselves on the Saturday. A couple of hard games this morning against the Indigenous and obviously against the Barbarians. But yeah, mate, great to have the win.
And obviously great rivalry between you and camaraderie between the Barbarians, so they pushed you hard.
Yeah, they did. They know our game, they know exactly what we're going to do, but lucky enough we had the class to step up above and yeah, go all the way.
And a great way to cap off the weekend on the main stage in the last game. That's a nice little feather in your cap as well.
It is, yeah, it is. A good crowd, all cheering for us and the Barbarians as well, but it was a great way to finish and yeah, go have a couple of beers now.
Well done, you earned it, and congratulations.
Thanks very much, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.